Welcome to the Noon Zoom, simple guided meditation for the spring semester 2023. I'm John Hupp, your simple guide for a simple guided meditation. We'll have 25 minutes of practice on Mondays and Thursday. This is Monday, January 23rd, the first of many. We have practiced in the past, settling down with 3 bells. First bell typically sets our intention. This time is to meditate, so we're going to be still and quiet as possible. The first bell also reminds us that it would be wise to turn off the phone, close the door, and tell anybody we need to tell that this is our time for turning our attention inwardly. It's okay to tune out the outside world. That's one technique. It's okay to allow the outside world to be the outside world. That's another technique. I'm sure we'll cover both techniques and many more as the weeks unfold. The second bell helps us to remember to make small adjustments to the seated position so that we can sit comfortably, ideally without moving for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. For those who have more experience, the second bell can initiate a deep pattern of breathing, gently filling the lungs and spending more time on the out breath than the in breath. Ah. And because some of us are beginners, I will do things such as making breathing sounds to help give you audio cues. And you never have to breathe as deeply as I do. You never have to take as long a breath as I do. But I do request that you continue breathing. The third bell. We become as still as possible. And at this point, you could make some minor adjustments still, checking on the seated posture with the position of the sit bones in the chair. The feet on the floor. The hands in the lap, on the thighs, on a desk in front of you. Is there something you could do to be even more comfortable in the position you have landed in? Go ahead and make those small adjustments. You can even try my favorite game of worse or better as you make a small adjustment. The consciousness asks the body, worse or better? If the answer is worse, you can make another small adjustment or two. If it's better, adopt this posture to start in at the very next practice, whether that's on your own at home or with me in our next meeting. Now let us turn our attention our focus, our awareness to the breath. We can choose to take an extended in-breath. And we can choose to sigh it away. After a little pause, whether that's long or short for you, another active in-breath. Breathing into the belly and the chest, preferably in that order. We'll learn more about that as we go. After a pause, however long or short, breathing out. Taking a little pause, however long or short, and breathing in for a third, deeper, longer, slower in-breath. Pausing, releasing and letting go. Pausing. And when you're ready, letting the breath take care of itself. And now, one of the secrets of meditation is to use the conscious awareness to spy on the breath. In this case, spying has a good connotation. It's a matter of watchfulness, awareness, attention, which all adds up to concentration. Let's concentrate on how the body is breathing all by itself without any interruption from our thinking mind, our emotional mind, or any other part or aspect. Let's just watch the body breathe for a whole minute. I'll give you a bell. Now that's a whole minute. And whether it seemed long or short, it was a minute of paying attention, of concentration, of focusing your awareness. And now we can notice whether there were thoughts, whether there were judgments, whether there was an evaluation of some sort that took place. Without condemning any aspect of ourself for having engaged in any of those behaviors, we can relax knowing that with practice, we can come to a place of quiet observation, internally and externally. So let's learn to relax through concentration and by concentrating on relaxation. Those are two different and separate approaches. Some people find it easier to relax by relaxing consciously with a process we call progressive relaxation. We consciously focus our attention on creating soothing, smoothing, softening, comforting, gentle feelings in a place of the body. And then we progressively move those feelings, expanding them and infusing them into tissues, muscles, tendons, even bones. Now, it's always worked well for me to start from the head and work from the toes. And even if you have experience doing a progressive relaxation in some other order and some other way, let's develop what we call beginner's mind. Let's pretend that we've never done a progressive relaxation before. So we begin to put the tension, if there is any, of the scalp under the microscope of our ability to observe. With the attention on the tension can melt away and the attention can increase. Now for me, it's always worked well to imagine when, as a child, out in the sunshine, playing in a carefree and comfortable way, I reached up, and as my fingers moved in and around the hair, there was an awareness that came of the radiance and warmth of the sunlight, creating that warm space between the hair and the scalp. And all it takes now, after all these years, is to remember that moment, and a warm, soothing, innocent, and comforting sensation begins to be activated in the scalp. And by its very presence, this pleasant sensation removes the tensions of the day. And in addition to gaining the benefit of the pleasant sensation, using the memory to recreate that sensation activates the alpha state, a state of focused attention in which the body is relaxed and somewhat suggestible. All of the suggestions that we make to our body today will be positive and progressive, just like our progressive relaxation. Phrases such as, "This pleasant sensation can move down into my forehead now. This pleasant sensation can expand to include the back of the head. This pleasant memory can infuse the head and neck with comfortable feelings and pleasantness. Now, how quickly or how slowly that pleasant sensation moves is completely up to you, and somewhat dependent on your ability to concentrate on what you're doing right now. We can deepen this feeling of relaxation and concentration by moving back to certain parts of the hand, speaking with them particularly. The closed eyes are comfortable under the warmth and protection of the lids. But if there is any tension around the eye sockets, we can release that and let it go by thinking of them unwinding, turning loose, easing, and comforting. If there were any tension around the ears, we could acknowledge that the ears have this opportunity to listen to the sound of my voice and follow its direction and tune out other outside sounds, at least for this stage of our practice. With only one thing to do, the ears relax, and the pleasant feeling doubles, triples, quadruples. Because with the focus of our attention, there is more mind space available, and we use less energy, freeing up energy for relaxation and healing. We can begin to tone down all of the sensory perceptors. We muted the visual stimulation by closing the eyes. We reduced the workload of the ears by focusing on one sound at a time. Let us move our relaxing capacity to the nose. And once again, we can relax into the feeling and sensation of the moving airstream, but in a deeper way, because we have more bandwidth available to pay attention to the moving breath and whether or not there are any scents available. And it's unimportant whether or not there is something to sense besides the moving airstream. And we can move our attention down to the mouth. And we can relax the lips, the tongue, the jaws. These jaws are some of the strongest muscles in the body. And when they too relax, they create the suppleness and perhaps a space between the top teeth and the bottom teeth, The tongue receives an assignment to check out that little bit of space, verifying that the jaws are relaxing too. Thank you, jaws. And as with the scent, there is nothing to taste. But having a deeper awareness of these two sensing abilities, we can move the airstream between the nose and the mouth, and we can notice how easy it is to direct the gentle airstream now that it is softer and quieter, smoother and easier. Let's invite the relaxation into the neck now. And if you wanted to do some subtle movement of the head and neck, just to bring awareness to those neck muscles, gently ease the neck, soften the neck, comfort the neck, and let it become aware of the gentle moving airstream in the neck, which is the connection between the head and the chest. And when we're done easing the neck, we can make sure that the head is centered gently over the vertebra in the neck, centered gently over the spine, using fewer and fewer muscles to hold up the head and neck. Less and less activity of those muscles. More and more suppleness. And perhaps a gentle phrase, my neck can relax now. Thank you, neck. It feels so good to take this time to honor the body and concentrate on its relaxation. Let's let the shoulders drop and hang from the shoulder girdle or the clavicles. Seeing that the arms can be supported by the hands and forearms. Any tensions of the arms can be allowed to run out through the fingers, melting away tension with the attention. Move the consciousness with each gentle breath into the chest. Follow the expansion and contraction. The rise and fall. It feels so good to simply sit and breathe. Now notice how much better you feel from the top of the head to the chest. Let's invite and allow the rest of the body from the chest to the toes to follow along in this relaxation. Let's make a commitment to check a number of times throughout the remainder of the day and perhaps to sit quietly in a safe place sometime this evening and follow through with as much attention on the lower body as we gave to the upper body. For 25 minutes goes by very quickly when we're concentrating, and we could luxuriate in relaxing the rest of the body for an hour and enjoy every moment of it. We'll work through that as we gain some competence in concentration and relaxation, meeting twice a week, and perhaps listening to the available recordings as we're able. In order to honor the schedules that we face with relaxation, we'll have 3 bells. And in the practice for today, knowing that each time we meet and practice, whether alive or by recording, we can start at this level next time. Let's remember what it feels like to relax with concentration. Here are your 3 bells. Bringing the relaxation with you. Nobody can take it from you. You've earned it. It's yours to keep. Starting to imagine what it will be like to open the eyes and maintain this level of relaxation and concentration. And with the 3rd bell, gently letting the eyes open when you're ready, taking an easy stretch, a gentle breath, and welcoming the awareness that can stay with you for longer and longer periods. Let's end the recording and have a little discussion if we care to.